is we are going to share exactly step by step. If you want to make a ton of money wholesaling real estate, if you are getting into 2024 and if you say, Zach, I want to make a ton of money wholesaling house, what do I do? What do I need to do to go out here and make a ton of money wholesaling real estate, right? I get asked this question most likely from like young people, from people just looking and getting this business. Like, how do I get rich? How do I actually make a ton of money in this business? Like, what is the secret, right? And this is a question always asked to me. And what I truly want to do today, right now, is do a complete 2024 guide of exactly for everyone that has always asked me, how do I get rich wholesaling houses? Right. And that is really what I'm going to do today. What I want to do today is really show you in this live stream presentation, whatever you want to call it. I want to show you some wholesalers that have made hundreds of thousands and millions of dollars this year. Okay. This year, wholesaling real estate. I want to show you that first and foremost. Okay. I think that's something very interesting, right? Well, what I want to do is show you how to do that. And then on top of that too, what I'm really going to do is share with you exactly what all of these wholesalers done. Remember guys, I have more people that have gotten their first wholesaling deal and hundreds of thousands of dollars wholesaling houses from freewholesaling.com, my content, than anybody else in wholesaling ever, right? With the hundreds of thousands of students we get on a yearly basis that are brand new, getting the freewholesaling.com, everything like that. We help a lot of people get in this business, right? And what I want to do is just, if you're looking to make a ton of money wholesaling houses, I'm going to share with you exactly how to do this the right way. So if you're excited, ready to go to make a ton of money in wholesaling real estate, let's break this all down. Let's get into it and let's share this. I'm super excited for you. I think so many wholesalers, they get so confused of what to do and how to make money, but really it's not that complicated. I promise you, it is super stupid simple. And so let's break this all down. And really what I want to do is like, you know, everyone who talks about wholesaling, right, they give you fundamentals or theory of it, right? What I want to do is just show you exactly like real life statements, right? Like what I want to do is just share with you like real life examples so we can kind of make this more easier than ever, right? And so let's kind of talk about 2023, right? This year already in wholesaling real estate. Like what have I done? What has helped most wholesalers out to become successful, right? And honestly, you know, you go to fliplurk.com, right? freewholesaling.com, right? We kind of share this all the stinking time, but you just go to fliplurk.com, you can see exactly why my free wholesaling stuff works, right? And I'm not going to get too much into this, right? I mean, I can mute this not to annoy you, but like Nader, I've helped him this year, made 700 grand. He's paid me zero money at all, literally learning for free, right? How Rob? We show Rob how to make he's about scaled up to 5 deals a month for us. We helped the guy this year get, this audience is going to be a lot. Benji got a check right here, 50 grand. I mean, you could just scroll through and read. These are all videos, right? And these are a lot of people I've helped out a lot, you know. Daryl's pretty cool. This year, he made 70 grand his first month getting into wholesaling. His motivation was he's going to have kids, and that really pumped him up like insanely to get rich in wholesaling. So that was actually really cool. I think it's pretty insane, right? And so I would say if you're looking at getting the wholesaling, like you see these people, right? They're getting in this business, right? They want to know the secrets, right? They want to get rich. They want to make a ton of money, right? This is what they're trying to do. Now, what I could say for the majority of beginner wholesalers is if you want to be like these people, right? I mean, these are just, I can scroll forever, right? But like I've helped a lot of people out, and you know, we kind of showed like no other wholesaler produces the amount of results that us. And this is just from the Facebook group, right? I mean, these are just people saying, you know, thanks, Zach, from 2022. Let's get some, this 2023? Yeah. I mean, this is April 12. Thanks. Shut the Shia there. Eric, thanks, Rick and Zach, 7 grand, right? We can go on and on forever here, right? I know this kind of gets sickening after a while. And these are the people that want to post, right? I'm not talking about the people in the DMs, people that actually like privately say, okay, thanks, Zach. Don't want to talk about it, right? Like all these things. The majority of wholesalers don't even send me stuff just saying thank you, right? These are just publicly because they're just trying to get JV deals, right? And so just showing you this stuff works. It's a lot of people making a ton of money, right? Shout out to Jason right there. That was his first deal, 10 grand. I think he has 3 or 4 from our last live stream. He hopped on for the free one-on-ones, obviously, and he's trying to close another 3 or 4. He has under contract or whatever it was, but he's looking to hopefully get 12, 15 deals next year, right? Just start scaling that up, right? We have a lot of successful wholesalers. And, I get a lot of people, right? I mean, my haters love to hate, right? And shout out to all these people, right? Um, Moses is a cool dude because he's a cool story. He used to go on these one-on-ones all the time, not getting his first deal. He just kept grinding and it worked, right? And, these stories can go on and on forever. I mean, all you have to do is click here, flip there. You just go to the free course. You click there, you join. It's a free wholesaling course. I don't know what else to tell you. Just teaches you how to wholesale real estate absolutely free, got no money, right? But for the majority of people watching this right now that want to get started, you want to be like these people, right? Like, I like talking the talk of how to do it, but like I'm showing you like what I've taught people works. Like I've already made millions of dollars. I already showed you do it. You see on the channel. But the truth is, I can tell you what to do. But unless people are actually getting results from what I'm saying, why are you going to listen to me? And the reason I'm just showing you is you better think and listen to me. I've helped a lot of people get rich. I've helped a lot of people make a ton of money wholesaling house. And there's really no one close to us when it comes to learning wholesaling for free. You got no options. Where are you going to go? You're going to pay the guru 10 grand to do this, right? You're going to pay this guy on his discovery call for 7 grand, throwing a Facebook ad out there, right? What is your choice? You got no money. You're broke. You want to make a ton of money, right? That is legal, right? Not much. In wholesaling houses, when I was 17 years old, made my first 20, 25 grand, and then 100K my first year out of high school, right? Actually inside of high school, and I graduated. I had no money starting out. It was all sweat equity. It was all some free wholesaling methods that I teach on this channel, right? Because this is stuff that got me out the mud that I want to show you to get out the mud. And I've shown a lot of people how to do this too. And so I help a lot of people out. You can go in the comments on YouTube, anywhere. The results speak for themselves. I get a lot of people rich in wholesaling. The truth is, I mean, everyone's like, okay, that's cool. But like, how do I get you rich in wholesaling, right? I've helped a lot of people out. That's all I can say. Tomorrow on the Flipbook channel, I actually have a guy. He came to one of our Flipbook Plus events. If you send us a JV deal, get it for free. He made 600K his first year wholesaling. He just sat down for an hour and just spoke about his entire business. If you want to go to the Flip with Rick YouTube channel tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern, he's doing his he talked about this at the event, and we were literally releasing the entire recording for everyone for free because knowledge should not be hoarded. It should be shared to the people. He was very interesting, right? He did a lot of unique stuff that are really outside the box, but he made 600 grand literally working a manual labor job, blue collar, to making 600K his first year wholesaling. Changed his entire life, right? And it was really cool. He was kind of in the Midwest Ohio area, right? And no business experience at all. But he worked. He listened to the YouTube channel. He listened to what I had to say, and he got the results. The question for you here is, what are you willing to do? What are you willing to do to get rich, right? But that's just one example. Okay, I've helped a lot of people make more money, less money, all these things. But wholesaling real estate, it's insane. A lot of people can learn, right? And everyone says, oh, there's a secret and there's all the... Everyone's like, what do I do, right? Let me tell you right now. You want to get rich, you want to make a ton of money, you got to understand this one fundamental thing. What do all those people I just showed you today, right? I help tens of thousands of wholesalers get their first deal every year. What do all these people have in common? First of all, number one, they went to freewholesaling.com, right? So let's get this out of the way first. If you don't know the rules of the game, how are you going to do well at it, right? If you don't know how to play basketball, you're going to double dribble and you're just going to suck. You could be the most athletic, gifted, talented person ever, but you could put Michael Jordan. If he never practiced or he never knew the rules of basketball, he'd suck, right? You don't teach Mike Tyson what the rules of boxing are. He's going to bite someone's ear off, right? You don't want to do that, right? You got to learn the rules of the game. Once you know the rules, then you go out there and play, and wholesaling is a combat sport, right? You learn by going out there and being in the combat, right? But I recommend for everybody, just FYI, to learn the rules of wholesaling, the rules of the game. How do I actually get rich? How do I get started, right? You go to freewholesaling.com. That's my free wholesaling course. I'll teach you step-by-step how to wholesale real estate absolutely for free. I usually charge $0 for this, but for today's low value, I'll give it to you for free for $0, right? I should charge, and people think I'm kidding by this, and I'll let me know in the comments. If I charged $2 grand for this course, do you think I would get 30, 40 people buying it every single day? I think I would. And kind of, you do the math here, right? Say if I get 40 people, which with 180,000 subscribers on all 4 of our channels, 190,000 Instagram people, 130,000 people on the wholesaling house. It's a lot of people, right? That's a lot of followers, right? If you get 40 people at $2 grand, right? I don't want to do a coaching call. It's a lot of stinking money, right? And maybe not 40. Let's cut that. Let's do 15. All right. $2 grand, 15. I mean, that's a pretty nice chunk of change that I could probably charge. I ran my Instagram ads, my Facebook ads, I start charging, go full guru. I could do this, right? I can go the whole guru route, charge you $1,000 a premium wholesaling course, but I decided to give it to you for free. And why do I give it to you guys for free? Why? Do I think that y'all don't deserve it, right? Let me just be completely honest with you, right? I'm giving you my $1,000 paid wholesaling course for free because I truly believe if you're broke, I want to be your only option because I am. I'm the only person that can teach you. And because I do this, in exchange, you need to put your butt to work. And because you learn for free, hopefully you send me some JV deals. You send me a 20 grand deal. We can split it and make 10 grand, not 1,000. It makes me more money, right? And then I can flex on some broke wholesaling gurus that I do more deals than them, right? And I'm trying to get 1,000 deals in 2024 wholesaling houses. And it's a pretty steep figure. That'd be over $10 million in assignment fees. Hopefully we can hit that at that rate on top of fix and flipping and all the other things I do. That'd be pretty gangster, right? If I can net 10 grand a deal, do 1,000 of them, right? Hopefully there's a bunch of $20,000 deals. I could split 50-50, right? That's pretty gangster. And then hopefully grow that to 2,000, 3, 4, 5,000 deals if that's even possible. In the future. I'm 24, so we're looking to scale that up. So just FYI, like everyone's like, what's the catch here? Why is Zach teaching me wholesaling for free, right? I'm trying to be the biggest wholesaler in the history of wholesaling real estate. It's a video game to me. I already make millions of dollars wholesale. Like I make plenty of passive income. I don't need to be that guy. All right. Like I don't need to be that guy selling courses. Okay. What I'm trying to do is push as many people to send me JV deals while teaching and having people who don't want to send me JV deals just learn to get rich wholesaling, right? So I truly believe karma always comes back, and whatever good I can put in the world of wholesaling, it's helped me out. I can help you guys out. But I'm telling you guys, I give out a free wholesaling course. It's called freewholesaling.com. Second reason here is on YouTube right here. And if people are watching on Instagram or whatever, right, I cannot release certain information. And what I mean by that is I can't go to the probate clerk of the court website, right? I can't go there, and I can't just go pull a list and screen share it, right? Last time I did that a month and a half ago, YouTube took it off, and I'm not going to get banned on YouTube. I don't want to do that, right? And because there's privacy policies, things like that, I can't release that now. But I pay a lot of money for hundreds of thousands of people. Think of the data rates on this. It's very, very expensive to host servers like that. 4K video, hundreds of thousands of people watching it daily. It's very, very expensive to run. And so I have private servers where I show that information where no one can take it down, no one can censor me. And I put it in freewholesaling.com, my free course. Me talking to sellers, probably like conversations I don't want publicly out there, right? I don't want someone suing me. Oh, don't with motivated sellers, like, why do you have this conversation out there, right? I just keep it freewholesaling.com, right? Make it a little harder for people to be like, oh, well, why do you record that conversation, right? Even though we can, right? What I'm trying to do is just show you how to wholesale for free. And so in this live stream, and if you watch me on my channel, I talk about this a lot. I talk about freewholesaling.com. That's my free wholesaling course where I teach you how to wholesale real estate absolutely for free. Now, let's talk about this too. What do all of these people I've shown have in common, right? Now, I said they all went to freewholesaling.com and learned how to wholesale for free. They had no money. How else are they going to learn the rules of the game? Now they learn the rules of the game. We can get into stuff that actually matters, okay? It is a non-negotiable for you wholesalers out here. Non-negotiable, okay? For you to go to freewholesaling.com and learn how to wholesale real estate absolutely for free, step by step. This is a non-negotiable for all of y'all, okay? Learn how to wholesale real estate for free, freewholesaling.com. Now, once they do that, what else did these people do to become successful, right? Number one, this is super important. These people took action. Let me repeat myself. These wholesalers took action. I know this seems weird, but to make money, you must work for it, okay? You don't sit on your butt. Now, you look at me, right? Let's say I buy a $1 million commercial property. Right? Let's say net, if I look over the next 20 years, right? Buy it for $1 million, appreciation, cash flow, everything, right? I could probably net, let's say 12% after everything. And that's being super conservative, right? In Florida, right? Where I'm at. If I Airbnb'd it, probably 20%, right? Okay, let's see. If I did $1 million, if I made 12 net, that'd be what? Yeah, yeah. So say I pour $1 million of my assignment fees this year into that, just personally, that would pay me $10,000 a month for the rest of my life till I die. Pretty cool, right? And do a lot of those, right? So 120 grand a year passively. Yeah, I'm making 120 grand without working, but the amount of work, blood, sweat, and tears I poured in to make $1 million of assignment fees to buy that asset, I had to work for that money. And so for money to be earned to you, there has to be work done for it. Even if you inherited money, someone in your generations before worked for it, right? Money goes to the person who cares about it the most. And if you care about the motivated seller, you care about your wholesaling business, you care about making money with no money at all, the cash will go to you. If you're a lazy son of gun that just wants to buy a Lambo, and that's all you want to do, you have no real motivation or why to get in this, you ain't going to get rich, right? That ain't going to get anything in wholesaling, right? You got to go out here, take action, and make a ton of money. And so one fundamental thing all these wholesalers have done, and I truly believe you should be knowing, is scared money don't make money. Think about that for a second. Scared money don't make money. So if you're going out here, all right, if you're going out here and you're scared to go out here and talk to a seller, you're scared to go make a cold call, you're scared to go out here to go comp a property, right? You're nervous to go meet with another seller, right? You're nervous for all of these things. If you are scared, you will not make money. This is a fundamental concept. Scared money don't make money. If you're scared to get in this business, if you're scared to make money, if you're scared to go out here, the money will not go to you. The money in wholesaling will go to the person who's not scared to talk to these sellers. And it was very nerve-wracking getting into wholesaling, being nervous talking to sellers and all these things, but I overcame that fear because I knew what was at the other end of this. If I could go out here, all right, and not be scared, all right, if I kind of overcame a little bit of courage, I can make some money wholesaling houses. Because I did that, I made a ton of money. Scared money don't make money. So if you learn this, don't be scared. You'll make more money in wholesaling. Also, on top of this, something very interesting that I've seen all these wholesalers do is they are not lazy bums. Lazy wholesalers never last. Lazy wholesalers will never make money in this business. If you want to get in this business and make a bunch of money quick without work, no. Now, why I love wholesaling, right? Well, why I talk about this so stinking much is, I've talked about this forever, but wholesaling real estate is still to this day the quickest side hustle, whatever you want to call it, method to make a stinking ton of money in a very short amount of time. It is seriously a get rich quick method, not a scheme, a method, right? I call it get rich quick business. You can make $30,000 in a month with this. You have a car washing business, you have a Amazon with no money at all, you can make 30 grand. It's insane. But I never called it a get rich quick without working hard method. Okay. That's the one thing I'll not do. A wholesaling guru can tell you, I don't care. You're going to have to work and sacrifice to get that 30 grand in a month. You gotta work for it, right? Lazy bums don't get that money. It's the dedicated hard workers. But if you're watching this and you ever worked as if you ever worked on a floor, if you ever worked on a sales team, if you ever worked, heck, even as a custodian, if you ever worked as a sanitation engineer, a bus driver, heck, a teacher, nurse, doctor, right? If the amount of work you have to do to be, let's say, a trucker, if you poured that same amount of effort into wholesaling real estate, you would make 7, 8, 9, 10x more money. I've helped a lot of truckers. And the reason why I like truckers is truckers work really hard. Okay. And on their off time, they'll go cold call and do deals, right? And a lot of them are doing into virtual wholesaling, right? It's hard work wholesaling, but it's the same difficult work as it is whatever you're doing. A lot of y'all have very tough jobs. I did it, right? When I was getting wholesaling, I was a bag boy, right? We have, I always have this in the back, right? This is my house. We're in my house. That's why the studio looks different. This is my little badge. All right. When I first got started in wholesaling real estate, right? This is my badge. It's silver because I was a minor. You don't get if you're a minor, you don't get the white and green one, right? You got the silver one indicating that, hey, this guy's a minor. He can't do half the legal stuff here, right? And you see here, 2014, right? This is something means a lot to me, right? This is the badge I had. I got first decided getting the wholesaling, right? I was scrubbing toilets. I was bagging groceries. I was doing a lot of stupid stuff. All right. I did not enjoy it, right? And the thing about this is I was working hard. I was working 38, 39 hours a week with this. They didn't give me 40 hours a week because to work 40 hours a week at 40, I'd have to get full-time benefits. And it was a lot of work, right? And I started pouring more time into wholesaling and I started making $10,000 a month doing that. I was like, and I'm making $850 an hour doing this. I mean, I'll tell you, bagging groceries ain't easy in the 100-degree weather, right? Going out here and stocking shelves, right? It's not the hardest job. It's not a mentally stressful job, but putting bandit signs out is equally as hard, right? I was a little nervous, right? Going out here talking to these sellers, but it was way easier for me to at least do a little bit of stress, getting to wholesaling, making 20 grand, and then not working that job and then getting wholesale. They're both stressful. They're both annoying. They're both a lot of work. But one thing I can tell you here, and one thing I do a lot of effort here getting into wholesaling, right? One thing I could tell you, and one thing I promise for everyone, if you poured the same amount of effort into a minimum wage job in wholesaling, you make money, right? And the lazy wholesalers should never last in this business. And so you can either choose your difficult, right? You choose your hard. And I've explained this forever, but you choose your hard. Do you want to work that job and have a hard time making ends meet? Or do you want to work hard in wholesaling, make it a struggle, a sacrifice, hard in the beginning, easy at the end? Because at the end, you're rich, millionaire, like me, all this great stuff, right? Or it's easy in the beginning. You don't have to do that hard wholesaling work. You don't have to cold call. You don't have to talk to tough sellers. Oh, wah. And then your life's hard at the end because you're broke. You're struggling to pay the bills, barely pay rent, the mortgage, right? And you can't go on trips and live the life you actually want. Take care of family members, things like that, right? And you got to work till you're 65, 7 years old, right? Is that the life you really want? I don't think so, right? You got to choose your hard in the beginning or hard at the end. I always tell everyone, and I always advocate to everyone, it is always worth it doing the struggle and doing the sacrifice. Slow feet don't eat. It's another big method I've seen these wholesalers do starting out. And a lot of the really good ones, right? They're quick on their feet. It's all about speed, all right? How can I get in front of a seller now? And how do I let them know what I do? And that's 85, 90% of your struggle in wholesaling. And I'll tell everyone watching this, like, that is your struggle, all right? Slow feet don't eat. You cannot be slow in wholesaling real estate to make money. You got to go to as many sellers as possible in the fastest amount of time in the most efficient manner. A lot of wholesaling marketing channels and lists and things you can do, but the slower wholesaler usually loses in marketing. And every guru, and I've been attacked like no one's mother this week on this. You have to pay money. You have to pay money to make money, right? You have to spend money to make money in wholesaling. That is the stupidest load of garbage I've had. If anyone tells you have to pay a bunch of money to get into wholesaling, it's because they're trying to sell you a product, service, or coaching program. I'm not here to sell you anything. You don't need money to get started. I barely had any money getting started. I don't need money. You get a Google Voice, you get a free list from the government, you're good to go, right? There's always an ulterior motive of an agenda. And why do I have to be the guy leaking this out? You know, me and Rick, the only wholesalers telling you these gurus are broke and stupid and they don't know what they're doing. Why? Because it's true. You don't need to spend $7,000 a month on PPC to get started in this business, right? Yeah. It'd be cool if I got my 50, 60% kickback on that. Was I supposed to say that? Oops. I get pitched to promote this stuff too. And I'm like, I've literally never done a deal with your thing. Why would I ever promote you? But you get 60% commissions, bruh. But you're charging people $7,000 a month and you want me to go, yeah, right. Screw you, right? And so I teach you how to wholesale for free. And the one thing I've always shown is if you're fast on your feet, you can get wholesaling deals done, you'll make a ton of money. Most wholesalers are too slow to get stuff done. They think they got to get everything perfect. Okay, I got to set up my LLC. I got to get my EIN number. I got to get my accountant. I got to get my business license. I got to get a real estate. Well, I got to research hard and I got to go through this and I got to just do the work. This is what most of y'all need to know. Slow feet don't eat. You want to get rich, you got to put your work. You got to take the effort. If you want to get rich, you got to work hard. It's simple. And so looking at wholesaling, you want to make a ton of money this year, right? You got to look at wholesaling real estate as a vehicle, a car, whatever you want to call it. All right. Wholesaling real estate is just like a car. And what I mean by that is some of y'all are insane in your heads of what you expect. I mean, you ever talk to young people in college? Oh my gosh, how much money do you expect to make? Oh, I hope to make about 900K starting out. I get some insane people thinking this stuff, right? Some of y'all in wholesaling are the same way. And so wholesaling real estate is like a car. It is a vehicle. You can't go from Dallas to Las Vegas with 1 gallon of gas. If you have a Prius or whatever car, Mustang, Toyota Camry, I don't care. You can't go from Dallas to Vegas with 1 gallon of gas. Sounds like, yeah, duh. Gallon of gas, maybe 50 miles at best, 70 if it's like an insane car. Yeah, you can't go. That's like 400 miles, maybe 500. I don't know. Like it's definitely over 400 though, right? You can't go from Dallas, Texas to Las Vegas, Nevada with 1 gallon of gas. Some of y'all wholesalers think this in a metaphor. And what I mean by that is if you want to travel far, you're going to have to put some fuel in the engine. Without the fuel, it ain't going to go. It ain't going to go at all. And what I mean by this is if you want to go the distance, right? Wholesalers tell me, I want to make $100,000 in wholesaling right now. Like this year, I want to make $100,000. Okay. That's literally Dallas to Vegas, right? Well, if I look at the trip here, you're probably going to have to put 40, 50 gallons in the tank. Oh, I don't want to put 50 gallons in the tank. I want to put about 2. I want to I want to put 2 gallons in the tank and go from Dallas to Vegas. Well, that ain't going to work. And you're like, what's Zach rambling about? Like, what's this metaphor, right? Marketing is the gas in wholesaling. It is the gas, it is what we need to go out here. Okay. That is the gas in this business. And what I mean by this gas in this business is you have to go out here and just work your butt off. You got to put gas in the tank if you want it to travel. You want your car to move, you're going to have to travel. You're going to have to travel. And so you have to put gas in the tank. And then this is why I love this example is some of y'all wholesalers, I'm going to get my first deal, but I'm only cold calling 2 sellers a day. You just don't have enough gas in the tank. I hate to tell you, like, you're just going to run out of fuel and car ain't going to move, right? And this is all you got to do. And so what is marketing, right? Your gas. This is really your effort you put into wholesaling real estate, right? And the money you pour in and leverage. It's kind of a mix, right? Now, you don't need money in your marketing, but I'll tell you, money does help. And I don't care whoever says it, right? You don't need money to get started in wholesaling real estate. I've told you this, and I will continue to say this. You do not need money to get started in wholesaling real estate, but what you do need is effort. You put effort in the tank. If you put time in the tank, that's it. Effort, time, same thing, whatever you want to call it. If you put time into wholesaling and you do it the right way, the car is going to keep going. The gas is going to be in the tank. But you can go cry about it all day, right? I get wholesalers, oh, this method's not working. Wah. If there's a will, there's a way. A lot of you guys have a knowledge problem. But I'm telling you, if you learn how to put money in the tank, put fuel in the tank, it'll be good. And so what are the top strategies these wholesalers have done, right? And not just start talking about me, right? Because I get asked, what's my top marketing strategies, right? Number one, hands down, the most deals we do is going to be from direct mail. You can call it JVs, but outside of that's right. Direct mail, SMS, and cold calling, right? No particular order, but direct mail is probably the biggest one for most people. If you're running a bigger operation, cold calling, SMS, things like that. JV is number one for us, obviously, but outside of that, we're going to use those 3. But for the people who have no money, they want to get started, right? The people that actually become successful, right? We want to talk about the success stories, right? From what I've found, especially the ones making $500,000 plus, they get a majority of their first wholesaling deal, right? From number one, reverse trying for dollars, putting sticky notes in properties, right? If you don't know what reverse trying for dollars is, I always have this in my studio just to show people. But because I go, it's reverse trying for dollars, man. All right. So this is a sticky note. What you're going to do is find an ugly house. You're going to write on the sticky note, this is $1. You get 500 for $1 at the dollar store, or whatever, right? Hey, this is Zach. I had a quick question about your property. Please give me a call back. Put your Google Voice number on. Take a sticky note, slap it on the door. I promise you'll get an insane response rate. You'll get an insane amount of sellers coming to you and make a ton of money. Heck, you could get a list of pre-foreclosures, right, that you can't cold call, right? If you put a sticky note on those doors, like a delivery guy, an Amazon guy, you'll get callbacks that no other wholesale in your market can get. Crazy. You can get that. That being said, if you got no money, reverse trying for dollars, cold calling is another good, right? You just call these sellers up. I got my script at wholesaling.com how to do it. On top of this too, a lot of wholesalers are getting their first deal from referrals, right? And this is one I studied up really hard on, but it's true. Referrals is big, and it's kind of weird. It's just knowing people. It's not like an insane strategy I can tell you. Maybe get more social. But a lot of them getting from referrals now, or realtors, or friends, or family, or people they know. Referrals is big. And so what I can tell you is referrals is definitely going to be something, if you have a network around you, maybe do it. And then last is SMS text blast. SMS text blasting still works. I get people saying, SMS is dead. Well, did you go to wholesaling.com and did you go do exactly where I taught you how to SMS for free? Duh. You'll see some changes to SMS in January, right? I know launch control is having some issues. But I'll tell you that they're negotiating with AT&T. They're making some changes, right? But I can tell you, if you want to do SMS text blast, I show you how to use Google Voice, your personal cell, to still send thousands every single month and still get wholesaling deals. But people, they don't go to wholesaling.com, or they don't look at the updated videos because they think they know everything. That's not true. You can still text for free, right? There's also digital bandit science and other methods that you probably haven't heard about. Go to my free course, wholesaling.com, is literally all in there. I swear, it's all in there. Teach you how to wholesale houses, absolutely for free. No problem at all. Now, the other thing you need to know about wholesaling, right, is it is a chain reaction business. And what I mean by it's a chain reaction business, which means the more sellers you can talk to usually indicates the more signed contracts you get. And the more signed contracts you get is more money you make. So what you need to start doing is talk to more sellers, put more fuel in the gas to go even further. Guess what? If you put more fuel, you can go faster and burn more gas, but you just keep putting more fuel, you can go faster, right? You don't want to burn yourself out, right? But I'll tell you, if you can get in front of more sellers statistically, you have a better shot at getting your first wholesaling deal. The more sellers you talk to, the more money you're going to make. That being said, that's Just how we get things like that's how you start making more money. Now, I'll tell you, if you can find a way to double your assignment fees too for the wholesalers that are making some money in wholesaling, you can make a ton more money. So if you're watching this and like, oh, Zach, I'm already making 100K a year. Well, if you want to double your assignment fee, let me kind of tell you another method here, right? One other method you can do to double your assignment fees is just get better buyers. And that's a huge one, right? Double your assignment fees with better cash buyers. Cash buyers are huge, guys. I've always told you this. Cash buyers, if you can learn how to utilize them correctly, right? We teach you how to do this in freelisting.com. You get a good buyers list. You can go from making 10 grand a deal to 20 grand a deal, or 20 grand a deal to 40 grand a deal, right? I've been promoting this. I've been advocating this method forever, but you can do it. And really, let me kind of show you how I do it, right? So first and foremost, one thing that most wholesalers don't know is if you can utilize realtors, especially with this latest NAR lawsuit that came out, if you can learn how to utilize realtors, whatever you guys like being called, right? If you can use them, because they have a lot of buyers, right? You go like redfin.com, for example, go to the sold properties and go to the buyer's agents and look for ugly beat down houses that probably an investor bought. You can cold call these agents and just ask them, hey, I saw you're the buyer's agent for this. Do you have any more buyers for investment properties? I'm a wholesaler, can do assignments. And they'll say, oh, I'm not looking to, I have buyers. Yeah, I'd love to get you paid on these deals. And you just kind of have a quick conversation with them here. You can make a ton of money. Remember, my script and how I do this is all in freelisting.com. I'm a broken record with it, so sorry. But yeah, use realtors. They are heavily underrated. They are definitely heavily underrated in wholesaling real estate. I will recommend for everybody watching this, if you want to start doing this, I would look into using realtors for buyers. If you know what you're doing, how to use the assignment of contract, everything like that, we teach in freelisting.com. It'll make you a ton of money. And just start focusing. Easy method is build a cash buyers list, follow up with that list monthly, the entire list. I think that's one big issue a lot of wholesalers have is they're not following up with their motivated sellers enough. I really don't think they are. I don't think you guys are talking to your cash buyers at all. Like a lot of guys say you have a buyers list, but really when it comes to having a ton of buyers ready to buy your deals, you have nothing. I'm just being completely honest with you guys, right? You guys want, I got all the buyers, bro. Well, I got one guy who said, I have 4,000 buyers on my list. I'm like, okay, well, how many of these buyers have you talked to this month? Well, I just emailed them, man. You're going to get your deal stolen. And that's public marketing, right? And then there's laws against public marketing, right? Wholesaling's legal. You can still privately sell your wholesaling deals the way I teach in freelisting.com, but like, you don't want to get in trouble. I mean, you can get your deal stolen, man. Like, I hate that, dude. And so what you need to do is have a buyers list, but you need to talk to your buyers every single month. And one thing I always tell you is like, treat your cash buyers like motivated sellers, okay? Treat your cash buyers like sellers. And what I mean by that is when you guys have a motivated seller, you speak nice to them, you get to know them, you actually care about their situation, you care about their dog's name, their daughters, why they're looking to sell, right? All these things. And when it comes to buyers, like, oh, you're looking to buy a deal? Here's the price, here's the deal, right? And then you guys like even care about why you're looking to buy this house. Do you have a family? What's your motivation for this, right? Just talking, some rapport building, right? You guys don't do any of that. And you wonder why you send a tight deal. The buyer doesn't want to buy your deal because he doesn't like you. You're not building that relationship with that person, right? That person doesn't like you. And when you got, let's say, for example, the market turns around and it's getting harder to sell a wholesaling deal. What do you think is going to happen if there's 5 wholesalers and they're sending equal deal for profits? They're going to go with you, who they've liked more over the other wholesalers. And most importantly, they will pay more money. It's all about the money, guys. And if you want to start doubling your assignment fees, get better buyers. A lot of you wholesalers will get a deal under contract and then sell it to the first person that wants to buy it for a profit. Lock it for 100. Oh, you're going to buy it for 115? Shake my hand. When you could have sold it for like 130, 135, 140. Now with the opposite spectrum, where you guys try to bid it up for the highest bidder, and you end up losing the deal because you got greedy, right? You don't want to be greedy in this business either. And so that being said, treat your buyers like motivated sellers. I promise you, that's one of the fastest ways to double your assignment fees. Last but not least, this has just been fundamental in wholesaling real estate. If I compare 2 wholesalers, right? Wholesaler that made 100 grand and a wholesaler that made 5 grand in the same market, what is the difference between the two? Fundamentally, one worked harder, one didn't, right? Sure, we can go into numbers, but like if I have to have a draft, right? And I've got to choose one for my wholesaling team, right? How do I know which one's going to make more money as an entrepreneur in wholesaling real estate, right? I got to ask who wants it more? That's all I have to ask. I know it seems stupid, but it's the easiest one. Who wants it more? Who is more dedicated to quit their job? Who wants to help feed their family more? Like, who is willing to go out here and do the work that most people aren't willing to do? It's the person that wants it more. Some people say they need it, but they don't really want it, right? Who wants it more? You ain't going to know who wants it more at all until the results come, right? And like I said last week, whatever's done in the darkness comes to the light. A lot of people are grinding on social media, right? They're flexing, right? They're going after it. But when it comes to grind time, when the lights aren't on, no one's watching, they ain't putting the work, right? They ain't doing it. It always shows on the field who'd practice more, right? It's always shown who has more talent and all these things. And so what I'm telling you wholesalers watching this video right now, if you want it more, you have to work more and you have to want it. If you want it more, you will do more. And when you do more, you make more money in wholesaling real estate and you get rich